Yep, absolutely. How are you?
What just happened?
Oh no, we're just excited that you'll be joining
Yes.
us. You know, right here,
I'm
so bright and
excited to be
early.
here
You know,
too.
on Breakfast Daily. We're
Good
excited.
to see you guys.
It's
You
good
guys
to see
look
you.
radiant.
Thank you.
And happy
No,
for
we
a Monday.
no, we knew that you'd be coming, so we had to be
Exactly.
ready for you.
We knew sunshine is coming in the
Oh,
clouds.
I'm happy I brought the sunshine.
Yes.
But
Well,
I
you
can
are the
see
sunshine, you know.
Oh,
yes, and there's
nice.
a cloudy there, so yeah, the
I
sunshine
can see you
is
guys had a good weekend.
Yes, I did actually.
Yeah.
You know, okay, so secret. I'm
He's a farmer.
I'm actually a mushroom farmer.
Oh.
Yeah. So yesterday I was testing my products.
Yeah.
Okay,
Charlie.
have you harvested
Oh,
yet?
I've
Yes, and he
harvested.
ate it.
Hey, and we didn't get some.
Oh,
And
relax.
this is somebody
And
who's
he-
happy.
Relax.
Oh,
Are
man.
you
And he
see?
ate
This
it.
week, no, you are getting your stash. Yeah.
Sure.
Oh yeah.
But wait, don't be making empty promises.
fresh.
I'm here
Don't
too.
go
Oh,
make
relax.
promises.
Don't worry.
And
The
then-
day I bring hers, I'll bring yours.
Thank you.
Mushrooms. Yeah.
Okay.
No, I fried it in butter. Oh, it was nice, man.
With some garlic.
It gave me,
with
it
some
gave me
garlic
some.
and herbs,
Oh,
rosemary and all that.
Charlie. You know,
Well done, though. We
thank
need a
you.
lot of people to go
Yeah,
into agriculture,
yeah.
especially the young. Oh, are you in the youth?
No, I'm not
bracket?
in a youth bracket. Gideon Boako was calling Dr. Baumia and Napo young men.
No,
We
in
need
Ghana,
young men.
Charlie, everybody is young
Everybody's
in
young
the
at
youth
the
bracket,
moment,
whatever
yes.
No,
that means.
I thought it was very interesting, you know. I was like, wait, see, Dr. Baumia is above 60. Oh. How is he young?
A young
In which
one.
category does he, how do you classify him as young? But anyway.
So, young man, congratulations
Thank you very
for
much. Thank you very
joining
much.
the agricultural,
Yeah.
terrain. We're
No, I
proud
think
of
it's
you.
important. I think it's
You know, he writes as well.
Yes, he does so many things.
A man of many,
Yeah.
No, that one is reserved for only Nathan. Nathan is the only one who is man of many parts.
No, you are as well. You've joined that beautiful group.
Thank you.
Well done.
We'll do our best. We'll do our best. So you joined us this morning.
Yes, I did.
I think we should give you the honor of beginning.
Yes.
Take us through the papers.
Okay, so I have a couple of them,
Yeah.
actually 4 of them. I'll start with the new finder. And on their front page, we have the picture of the Honorable Irina Toshi Ado as well as the Honorable Kweko Reketagan. They are defending, this whole Napo arrogant tax. So the
Yeah.
paper says, now Toshi Reketagan others defend Napo against arrogant tag. I think it's one of the things he has to really deal with since it's popping up all over the
Yeah.
place. And then another one that has been brewing for some week now has to do with the NIA boss. And the NIA board is defending the NIA boss. It says NIA board defends Professor Atafwa against unions accusation. And another big one, prioritize mobile interoperability as potential to replace Africa's single currency dream, Dr. Baumia. And then today, our little brothers and sisters are starting the BEC. So it says 569,095 start BEC today as government releases 55.8 million Ghana cedis. So that's from the new finder. Now, if you go to the Chronicle, it still has Irina Toshi on that page, but talking
Okay.
about something else. This time,
okay.
she's talking about the running mate of Dr. Baumia, and she's saying we must all respect Baumia's choice. You know, she was one of the top people,
yeah.
one of 2 or 3 women whose names popped up. So they are all now backing Dr. Baumia's choice, which is Dr. Napo. So doctor.
Yeah.
Hey.
One is
Baffy
letters,
for-
one is
I know,
medical.
right? And then another one I'll pick quickly from the Chronicle before I move on to another paper. It says, cutting down youth unemployment, GIS, fire, police, NACOP to recruit 11,000 personnel. Recruit starts this week. Hey, you know that recruitment thing, the queues and the giddy that comes with it. I hope this time will be much better.
I remember going to follow one story with the immigration.
Elwak, right?
Oh my God, yes, Elwak. I could not believe it.
Chris, it's
like,
not a joke.
No,
Have you
no,
been
no,
to that
no,
thing
never.
before?
no,
Yeah.
it's crazy.
Wow.
It's
The
crazy.
queues.
And it's all day. Oh.
And it's just a few people. You know, immigration, they're just looking for 3,000 people. The police, 4,000. Fire service, 2,000. Prisons, 1,500. And NACOP, 500. But thousands of people will turn up. And all these people will get
For me, I think it's actually sad at the same time because you might go there and you don't know what your faith is.
Yeah, it's sad. We need to also push people to learn to start their own businesses.
Yes,
You
the whole
know?
entrepreneurship
The whole
sector, yeah.
entrepreneurship
I've
thing.
often said this, that you find that in Ghana, it's almost like educational system and the general society discourse is that everybody should finish school and find a job.
White-collar
right?
job.
But if you go to places like the Arab countries, you go to the China and the
Asia,
Orient,
yeah.
their mindset is, when I finish school, I look for a
Starting
business
my
to
own.
start. I need a business. I need to
Right.
create a business.
Yeah.
What new business can I start?
Or what service
know?
can
It's
I provide?
Can I provide?
Yeah.
You know?
It's orientation.
Yeah.
Because I think our cultural orientation and all that comes with is to be able to succeed, you need to get a white-collar job.
Yeah, yeah.
Even the colonial,
Yeah,
orientation
so
that
that's
we
we
got
inherited
and
from them,
everything.
yeah.
Not really pushing you, start your own and all that. And then also the experiences.
Yeah.
Because starting a business
It's
is
not
not
easy.
easy.
Yeah.
And for every, let's say 10 businesses, about 8 will survive
Yeah.
within the first 4 years. So
Yeah.
it's not easy to really say that, okay, I'm going to hold on
Yeah.
everything, work for myself, and it doesn't go. I saw a video of a guy who is a chef saying that I'm working for myself. I want to fire myself. I'm not making money. I want to earn it all. So it's a very difficult one.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah. And I also think it also comes, it also boils down to the part of our upbringing, in the sense that our society is always based on, always focused on the jobs like being a doctor, being an
Yeah.
engineer,
Yeah,
a banker. And
yeah,
so
yeah.
everybody forgets the creative part.
Yeah.
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 No, nobody wants to be an artisan, because they
no,
think
no,
the
no.
artisan job is for,
Or it's like,
you know,
you're not as
so-
educated,
exactly.
you know,
Exactly.
and maybe you'll be broke all your life
Yeah,
if you
yeah,
go that direction.
yeah.
And maybe that was true in the past.
Yeah.
But, we've come to see that it's not true at
Yeah,
all.
I think they wanted the best. A good grounding is to have work for somebody, a good company doing
Yeah,
well.
yeah.
To have it. Even that, people, you advise that if you want to start your own company, you're working with somebody. Work with the person.
Yes.
Do this on the side. So
Yeah,
it
till you
settles
yes,
properly. and
exactly,
then- So,
exactly.
Anyway, Daily Guide quickly. This one I'm very interested because I still can't wrap my head around it. Chef Smith cooks quote unquote DWR certificate. What happened? You guys are in the lifestyle side. What is going on there? Have you seen the video?
Yes. And the whole confession and apology and very dramatic and all that. But honestly, I mean, listen, Vivian, we always say this, and when the thief is caught, the thief always says, "It's not. I don't know what made me do it. It was Satan who made me do
devil.
it."
Oh,
Do you understand?
this one we
that
have to investigate.
it's not as simple as that. Do you get it? I think the whole fraudulent, thing, people were duped, people were swindled. Apart from the fact that the whole society was swayed in one direction and
Yeah.
suddenly we've been conned,
Yeah.
right? I mean, there's criminality, that is involved. Yeah, and we need to see the
But
proper
what
end
was
to
he
this.
thinking that it will never come? I don't know.
Yeah.
I just can't wrap my
Maybe
my
he
head
didn't
around it.
appreciate what it means when we say Guinness World Record. He didn't appreciate what that thing is. That is an, it's an institution that is.
I don't think he did his homework.
Yeah.
If he did his
Which is what?
If he did his homework, he
Yeah.
would know that Guinness a World Record themselves,
Yes.
as a company, would announce you.
Yes.
Not you announcing yourself.
Yes.
So he didn't do his
Yes.
homework. And also, I don't know, I just think he's a very, 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 very fraudulent person. That's his nature.
Really?
Yes.
Why do you say so?
Because there has been other stories about him on social media. If you've been following,
Oh, okay.
yeah, a lot of things popped up.
But when your quote unquote,
When your matter comes,
is when
all
your
the
matter
other things
comes
also
out.
show. Everybody says, "Oh, I also saw one. I also
Exactly,
know one."
So when all those matters came up, when he was
Yeah.
doing this, you know how society is. Oh no, you guys are trying to bring him down. So they
Yeah,
put all
initially,
that
it's
under the
true.
carpet.
Under the
It's true.
carpet.
I
So they
remember.
swept all that
Yeah.
under the
The
carpet.
alarm bells were.
The
the
alarm
bells
bells
were already there
at
a
the
long time
beginning.
ago.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
true.
But they swept it under the carpet, and everybody's like,
But I
You
still
know?
can't get my head around it. This thing
Yeah.
would come out.
Yeah.
It will blow up. This Guinness thing, and you were cooking for, I'm told, months.
33
and
days.
Everything,
33 days.
Everything was a lie.
Yeah.
yeah.
And now he comes.
And sponsors spent
money.
money.
Yeah.
And the most sad thing, somebody should tell him to stop the apologies.
Yes.
Because it looks so staged
It
and
is.
fake.
It looks very staged.
And there's one I saw yesterday, 2 women standing by his side.
Yeah, and they were
he
all
was
kneeling.
crying, and one had squeezed her face like, hey, Masa, and it was so off. Another one at, I think, GH1.
Yes.
Please, he should calm down.
Yeah.
Somebody should take it
Yeah,
over.
honestly.
It's just,
Honestly.
Chal, anyway,
Yeah.
back
Ghana
to
had-
Daily Guide. AGGBA back CJ's request has to do with, the nomination of some Supreme Court judges
Yeah,
into
yeah,
this.
yeah,
So,
yeah, yeah.
you know.
Yeah,
And then let
so,
me
so
quickly...
the judiciary, there's a feeling that, okay, so we should cap it, but
Yeah.
cap it at what number,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
In America, there are 9,
Yeah.
and they don't ever replace or add to it unless there's a
But I'm
replacement.
told the states to
Have their own,
So
yes.
Yeah,
So
that's
that
different.
so
You
that's
can't really
different.
compare,
That's
yeah.
that makes it different
Yeah.
because every state you can go all the way
Yeah.
up to the state
Yeah.
level,
Right.
go all the way up to the state level. Then there's a federal, you know, Supreme Court as well. So that makes it a bit different.
Yeah.
So I guess we can't really compare ours with theirs in that
So
sense.
but if they feel everything, when your brothers and sisters from the other side come, what would they?
No, but you see, we
I
don't.
think
Do we
that
have
is
no?
the
But do we have a cap? We don't have a cap yet.
Oh, but you know, but why anyway?
You
Let me
see,
leave it here for the
we don't
legal
have a
people
cap
to
yet,
discuss
so
it.
yeah.
Anyway, so let me wrap up from my side with BNFT. One of the big stories in front, which I think is useful, GRA declares July as Tax Education Month. I think we all need education, some good education around taxes. And then also on the front page of this business paper, it says from protection to strangulation, how import taxes are hurting businesses, indirectly promoting smuggling and endangering public and denying economy much needed revenue. This tax thing is a big thing, you know. The GRA some months back reached out to me and said, I have to come and do, you know. I was like, Charlie, me, I have to make any sales. But, you know, it's a conversation we need to have. Okay, so that's from my side.
Yeah. Chris, you want to go?
Right. On the front page of the Informer, we have intercontinental Momo operability. Baumia pledges commitment. And also, like she said earlier, BEC starts today as government releases funds. I'll retrieve stolen lands for you, Mahama promises Dangbe chiefs. I think there's a lot of promises during this whole election.
But wait,
Chris,
yeah, go ahead.
Chris, you know, when somebody wants power, and this is not just NDC, or, you know, because both sides.
Yes.
When people want power, they say the right things. If I want, or when people want to get into something, if I want to come into your life, I'll say the right things, do everything. It's when I come into your life, whether we'll see whether what you said, you know, this Ganlands thing, I'm not sure any of the governments have done them good with this matter. Because the real thing is, they go to the stools and say they want to use the lands for A, B, C, D. Whether it's used for that
or
and
not.
when they change their minds, what happens to the land is another discussion. You know, it becomes now private, you know, property, and the real owners of the lands are left without the land. And it feels like it's something we've come to accept. Which is
It's
so
very
wrong.
unfortunate.
So as for the promises, Dr. Baumia is making his promises, Mahama is
Everybody
making
has to come to
It is when they come in, whether they'll keep their promises. That is the thing.
Well, and we have here, avoiding Kenyan example, don't play chess, kill it with Ghanaians. Haruna warns politicians. I think every African nation right now is standing up, you know, on this Kenyan thing, advising their politicians. And I like the fact that he didn't make it an NDC or MPP thing. He said politicians. Everyone, let us be careful because the youth is angry.
But you know, this story that the Informer is carrying, I find it interesting. And Vivian, let me see why I find it interesting. Because I lived in Kenya just 20 years ago. And one of the things that people don't realize about Kenya is that one of the biggest slums in Africa, in fact globally, one of the biggest slums in the world is in Nairobi. It's called Kibera.
Kibera,
Okay, now Kibera has 2.5 million people living in it. Now, if you can imagine, you know what we call these kiosk estates, okay, along the motorway, you see them. Imagine that type of setting, 2.5 million people worth of that. That's what it looks like, right? So it doesn't take a lot to spark a flame. When a few people on social media started, all these people who are there, and they're in Nairobi, it's not outside though, it's part of Nairobi. So you can imagine if they catch on and they feel like this is going to affect us. It's like, okay, taxes. It means that the milk we buy, price will go up. This we buy, this will go up. This will buy. They will spill onto the streets. You see, so people are calling for, Ghana, we are not angry enough, blah, blah, blah. But Ghana is very different. And that's what we don't realize. We're actually very different.
No, we should stop saying that we are not angry enough.
I think
if you
so.
listen
We
to
shouldn't be talking
the
like
former
that.
national security guy,
Yeah.
we had him last week on the 1st July. His name is...
Francis Boko. Yes.
He said
Yes.
we shouldn't say that
Yes.
Ghanaians are doing
Yeah.
You know, these things, Kwego and Chris, it's just a little spark.
Yeah,
And
it's
then it blows
exactly,
in your
Yes.
face.
exactly.
And the case of Kenya, in terms of, you're talking about the slums,
Yes.
in terms of issues of taxes, in terms of people are not happy, the economy, it runs across Africa.
Yes.
Exactly.
It's across Africa.
Yeah.
It's across Africa, and it can happen anywhere
Yeah.
within a spark. People will wake up one day, somebody will say something, or somebody will push, and that's it. So I think the issues on the table are people are not happy with how things are running and all that. Governments in Africa should fix it. Case closed.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's all. It's as simple as that, right? Let me just quickly read something from the Herald newspaper here. I have here, security analyst condemns Iyoko heads threats on critic, calls for Attorney General's action. Now, this one is very curious for me. And let me just read a little portion of the story here. Security analyst Colonel Festus Aboagye has condemned the alleged threats made by the executive director of the Economic and Organized Crime Office, Iyoko, that's Mamit Yatiwa Adodankwa, against fellow security analyst Dr. Adam Bona and his family. Now, he questioned whether the COP intends to use rogue elements within the service against Dr. Bona and his family, describing COP Adodankwa's conduct as despicable, criminal, and dangerous. Now, you want to find out what Mami Atiwa did. Well, it says here, in a Facebook post, Colonel Aboagye reacted to reports that Iyoko boss sought the telephone number of the spouse of a critic and called, threatening her to warn her husband against mentioning her name, or else God's wrath would be visited on her family. Now, last paragraph that I'll read. It says here, speaking to Star FM in an interview on Wednesday, July 3rd, the security analyst disclosed that COP Adodankwa, one-time boss of the Criminal Investigations Department, called his wife and threatened her as well as his children.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I think she's come out
So-
to say she didn't threaten somebody else.
Well,
But did she call?
I don't know.
now,
What I
did she
swear.
call?
Did she call?
How did she get his wife's number?
Yeah.
Oh, but that's
she
easy.
call-
She's a security guard.
Yeah, and then did she call, and what did she say in the conversation? All these things are out there. So,
On the table.
Yeah.
Anyway, well,
yeah. This is
I
what
don't
this-
have anything to say.
You know what I mean? Well, you know what? Thank you very much for coming through. Thank you so much. Don't go anywhere. Sports Review is next. Yes, now it's time for sports. Now, on the sporting front, we have Asante Kotoko have announced the signing of 2 players from the Sudanese League ahead of the next Ghana Premier League season. Now, the Reds have added Esmat Hasabalji from Al Hilal on a 1-year deal, and Yusuf Yagoub from Hay Al Wadi. Now, the club announced the signings on Saturday as they continue to build their squad for next season's exertions, especially after 18 players had been released following the end of the just-ended Premier League campaign. Can you
All
imagine
right.
that? 18 players.
18 players.
All left.
Wow.
What does that even mean?
Something's wrong.
Okay. Well,
Yeah, they need to fix this.
I know, right?
All right, let's head to the Euro 2024. 4 nations went through to the semi-finals of the 2024 Euros over the weekend after the quarter-final matches were played. On Friday, Spain beat hosts Germany 2-1 after extra time in Stuttgart. Spain went ahead through Dani Olmo, but Florian Wirtz pulled German back. Fran Merino sent Spain through with a header late in the extra time. Also on Friday, France went past Portugal 5-3 on penalties after the game ended goalless following 120 minutes of action. Joao Felix missed for Portugal, and that was enough to send France through. On Saturday, England squeezed past Switzerland 5-4 on penalties after the game ended 1-1. Bril Embello puts the Swiss ahead of after 75 minutes of Bukayo Saka leveled for England 5 minutes later to send the tie into extra time and penalties. In the shootout, Manuel Akanji missed for Switzerland, and it turned out to be costly as England stayed perfect to go through. The semi-finals will see Spain facing France on Tuesday, while England will clash with the Netherlands on Wednesday. Congratulations to the winners.
Absolutely.